Hello everyone, George here, and as you can see, we are back on F1 Clash as always. And today we are on our mini account, or let's call it fresh account. And for this one, I did play a couple of Grand Prix last season. I did make a couple of videos, and we are gonna be playing the qualifying round for the Spanish Grand Prix with Mick Schumacher at level 5, Alex Albon at level 6, and to be honest, I'm gonna be seeing if we are gonna be able to get great scores. So as you can see, I haven't grinded that much for this account, so we still have a lot of work to do. And we are gonna be moving from this setup now all the way to our final setup, which we are gonna be using for this Grand Prix, and this is gonna be it here. So this is currently my best setup, or let's say my best lineup, with 509 team score, and now we are gonna be entering the junior tier for this Grand Prix, as basically I don't have coins. I need 1,000,000 coins to enter contender, 200k to enter challenger, but I believe I only have around 70k coins by now. And unfortunately, the screen is a little bit wider than usual because I did record this account on a wider screen, and currently I'm using, let's say, a smaller screen. It is an iPhone 8 at the moment. So first place is around 122 points away from us, and when I entered this Grand Prix event, I honestly thought that, well, it's not even possible to score a high amount of points just using Mick Schumacher at level 5 and Alex Albon at level 6. And basically on this account I did waste, let's say, 99% of my CC points trying to see if upgrading, let's say, lower tiers drivers is gonna be useful. So we are entering the Spanish Grand Prix now, and I was honestly shocked to see 11th and 13th on the grid with only Mick Schumacher level 5 and Albon level 6. And to be honest, if I want to compare my setup to other players' setup, well, basically I have a primal setup, to be honest, and I was honestly quite shocked to see such qualifying sessions, and I decided to go for a one-stop strategy around every single track except France, because basically with such low-level drivers, alright, Albon got pushed off track. Alright, so with these low-level drivers, basically you can't like fulfill the perfect strategy around like big tracks like France, like Baku, or like Austin. So around Spain, my strategy is gonna work perfectly. We're gonna be going for a one-stop strategy, one stint on medium tires for 4 laps, and then we are gonna be switching to hards and boost to finish. And of course we're gonna be servicing our car. But the thing is, because I'm gonna be conserving all this current stint, I'm gonna have a decent amount of service left in my car, so my pit stop isn't gonna be that long, and I'm not gonna be stacking too much as I'm running the same strategy on both of my drivers, which I'm gonna be avoiding for the next race, which is gonna be on Zandvoort. But so far the Grand Prix is looking good, to be honest, and I was shocked only because with a Series 12 driver and with a level 4 Nicholas Latifi and a strong setup, well, it's just we've been having really bad qualifying sessions on our main account. But of course we are playing champion tier, which is, to be honest, not what I was looking for. And for this next stint, As I said, we are gonna be going for hard tires. We are gonna be boosting for 4 entire laps, and we are about to see that we are gonna be scoring a very decent amount of points. So this Grand Prix, I'm only making videos about this account just to show you guys that you don't need the best drivers, you don't need the best let's say setup to get decent points, to get decent placement in the final round. So if junior tier is gonna be like this, let's say during the opening round or the final round, then well, I accept everything. And Albon is here down in P23, but you're gonna be seeing that level 6 Albon in junior tier is just on another level. He's just amazing. He's a great overtaker. He's a great defender as well. But the only problem when you are stuck in the back of the grid is if you get lapped by the leaders, then basically everything is over for you. All right, so now we move on to our final lap, and I'm gonna be cutting all these races for the sake of the video because it's gonna be a long video, and especially that I'm gonna be racing AIs all the time around here. And as you can see, Albon got up to P11 again. He's up to P10, and we finished in P8 and P10, and this should be around 32 points, which is honestly amazing. And now we move on to the next race. Race 2 was around Zandvoort, and this was a 100% wet race. And to be honest, Mick and Albon, both of them aren't that good on wet weather. But as well, I was shocked to see their qualifying session. We got P8 with Mick, and we got P12 with Alex. And for this race, I did decide to go for a split strategy, because if I want to go around Zandvoort, which is considered a small track, for the same strategy, I'm gonna be stacking a lot, plus I'm gonna be losing so many track positions. So I decided to go for a split strategy. We're gonna be going for 3 laps on full boost with Mick Schumacher at the beginning of the race, and we are gonna be going for 4 laps with Alex Albon. And by this time I was still thinking that, are the AI cars in junior tier gonna be going for 4 laps on wet tires, or they're just gonna be going for 3 laps and then pit? And you're gonna see now the difference between, let's say, a champion tier, or let's say series 8 in normal duels AI cars, and junior tier, or let's say below series 6 in normal duels. AI cars in champion tier, they go for 4 laps around Zandvoort, and then they go to pit and they go for the final 3 laps. But in the junior tier, they just go for 3 laps and then they go for 4 laps at the end of the race. So basically the strategy is switched between junior tier and champion tier for AI cars. And Mick was up to P7 at this stage. I was quite happy with his results. He's gonna be up into P6 in a moment here. He's gonna be overtaking Perez. And I was still thinking, should I go for 4 laps with Mick? But then I decided that I'm gonna be pitting at the end of this one, and we're gonna be going for 4 laps at the end. But the thing is, around Zandvoort, you can't create that much of a distance between, let's say, your drivers and your rivals' drivers, because Zandvoort is considered a very small track. And if you are stuck, for example, Mick is now in P6 and he's stuck behind AI cars. If you're stuck behind AI cars, just don't waste your fuel, don't boost, because Mick is pitting at the moment, and especially with this season's let's say pit stops system, well, the pit stop is gonna take at least 3.9, or if you're using a very fast pit stop time. But if you're using a normal setup, you're gonna be having around 4.5 seconds of pit time. stop. So this is gonna be actually the same, and that was quite a good decision I made here to go for 4 laps with Albon, because as you can see, he's already up in P2. Mick is in P6, and you're just about to see here that going for the overcut around Zandvoort while it's raining. Of course, here it is only a wet race, is gonna work because we were behind our rival before the pit stop, and then we managed to overcut the rival here, and we are up into P9 with Alex, and Mick is just in P5. We are gonna keep supporting him. We don't want to lose any position, and now we are gonna move on to the final lap, and Mick is still currently in P5. Albon got up to P7, and he is about to snatch that P6 spot from, I believe that is a Mercedes car. But that was honestly amazing, because AI cars do go for 4 laps on their second stint, and you just can gain a lot of positions because basically they run out of tires. And there is Albon finishing in P6. I ran out of fuel with both of my cars, but we got 39 points. And let's go to race 3, which is gonna be around France, which is considered a long track. And the difference between duels and Grand Prix races is, in duels you are just looking to win the race, so you can go for a one-stop strategy. But around France in Grand Prix with such low-level drivers, you want to go for a 2-stop strategy, and you want to make sure that you gain every single point that is possible. And it was a decent qualifying session here in P11 and P12, but as well I was worried about stacking because, well, first of all, our rival qualified in P2 with his rear Hamilton, and it was a decent start from Alex Albon, but he kept losing and gaining positions, which I don't mind at the beginning of the race. The only problem is that in some tracks with such, let's say, a bad RNG, you can lose up to 10 positions on the grid. Sometimes you start from P12 and you go all the way down to P24 just by turn 1, which is crazy, I know, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is, and that's just how the mechanism is working. So for this race, we are gonna be going for 3-3-2. We are gonna be servicing 1 time, which is gonna be at the start of lap 7, and which is gonna be as well the start of our boost, or our entire phase, which is gonna be on boost on soft tires. So we're going for 3-3-2, and I don't recommend going for 3-2-3 because you're gonna have to, let's say, service twice. So either you want to go for your boost phase at the beginning of the race and go for the undercut, or you want to go for the last stint on boost, and by then at the end of the race, well, yeah, it is gonna be difficult to gain those positions back. And the problem in junior tier is you cannot perform an undercut strategy perfectly, because in champion tier, AI cars on soft tires go for 3 laps sometimes around France. And so basically, if you go for your boost laps at the beginning of the race, you can undercut so many AI cars in front of you. But in junior tier, you are gonna be going for 3 laps this time to go to pit, and so you have to go for the overcut anyway. And if you go to pit at the end of the second lap, during which you are gonna be boosting, let's say, you are gonna lose so many time because you are gonna be forced to service your car. So after pitting, Albon is out in P4 here. Mick is gonna be out in P10 or P11 here. All right, so it is P10, and we are gonna be going for another 3 laps. And now I'm gonna fast forward to our final 2 laps. And now we are at the end of lap 6. We are pitting with both of my drivers. I have to service now because I am going for 2 laps on full boost on soft tires. And the pit stop is around 8 seconds with Alex Albon. He is out in P7 out of the pits. Hamilton in front is in P3 and he is on soft tires as well. Mick is out in P14, and let's just hope that both of my drivers are gonna be gaining, let's say, crucial positions here, because we need every single point. And at this stage, if we can score 30 something points, it is gonna be 100% a P1 for us in our group. And the problem this season is overtaking. Cast aside, let's say, the bugs around the tracks where your driver just spins and hits the wall and he crashes. But the main problem is overtaking, because if you are boosting on the soft compound, you should overtake cars on hard tires easily, which is crazy. I know, not being able to perform your overtakings, let's say, easily, but yeah, overtaking is costing us a lot of time, and I don't think that in the near future it is gonna be fixed. So you can just see here, Albon finished in P4, Mick is up in P9, and that is gonna be, I believe, around 37 points. All right, we start now our final race, which is gonna be around Spain once again. And the strategy is basically gonna be the same: 4 laps on mediums. We're gonna pit with service and boost for 4 entire laps on the hard compound. Qualifying P9 and P15 for Alex. Not the best qualifying session for Alex. I'm comparing to his qualifying sessions around Spain in race 1, but hopefully we can perform our strategy, let's say, to the maximum. So we're gonna fast forward to start our boost phase. As I said, I've been only facing AIs, and you are gonna be seeing why at the end of this video. So there it is, start of lap 5. We did pit. We lost a lot of time because I did stack in the pits, and you can just see Alex is out in P19. Mick is currently in P8, and you are about to see a great comeback there from Alex Albon once more, because honestly, he's amazing in overtaking. I didn't even expect him to perform like this. But the thing is, for this account, I intentionally decided to not go, let's say, for a full grind like I'm doing on my main account. And the only reason is because this is for a testing purpose only. And you are gonna be shocked to know that I only have 22 flags, like literally 22 flags, which is 2-2. And I'm not even joking. You're about to see that at the end of this race. And I guess Lewis Hamilton should interfere here and saying, this is getting manipulated, man. Yeah, I believe so. I believe this is gonna be the biggest manipulation this season. Yeah, entering a Grand Prix event with only 22 flags, you are gonna be facing, let's say, rivals, which is crazy, but they have nearly the same amount of flags that you have. And you can just see that here. Mick is up in P3 at the moment, and hopefully Albon can get around Guan Yu Zhou. He's currently in P10. Great comeback from Alex Albon. And I was just boosting with Mick, and I didn't even pay attention here that he's nearly out of fuel. But thank God this was literally the penultimate corner and the final corner here. And we finished in P3 with Mick. Albon managed to overtake Guan Yu Zhou, and he's gonna be finishing in P9, which is honestly amazing. We got 38 points, and let's see where we are currently. So we are currently in P1 with 146 points. And this is honestly amazing, considering that I'm using Mick at level 5 and Albon 6 with not a strong setup. And you can just see here that I do have 22 flags. And I'm not even joking about this. So the thing is, I don't even know what to say, honestly. This is just crazy, and this is causing emotional damage, honestly. So that is gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are nearly at 1K. Please take care and peace.